Okay, let's see table operations. How to create table using grids. Let's see how to create tables using grids in MS Word. So let's go to screen directly and see how it is done. And please note down the steps by yourself. Look at the screen carefully to learn how to insert table using grids. Okay, so let's go. Now this is MS Word. This MS Word window, and here this is our document area, and in this document area we are going to insert a table. Suppose we want to insert a table for making a name list of your class of students with the roll number, name and date of birth. So name, roll number, name, date of birth means three columns. First column the roll number, second column name, and third column date of birth. So we will be inserting a table having three columns, and suppose a class has got 40 students, then we'll have to insert one extra. So we'll not make that big table, we'll make a very small one. Suppose table of three columns and five rows, or six rows including one for the students heading, one for the heading. So click at insert tab, go to tables, and there you can see down arrow, just click there, and you can see this is the grids. These are the grids. Now according to number of rows and column you want, you have to select the grids. So if you select the grids downwards, means it is counting the number of rows. So it is showing here now one column 4, 1 into 4, 4 means 4 rows are selected, 5 rows selected, and now is 6 rows selected. So 1 into 6, that means 1 column 6 rows. Now since we want to make 3 columns, so we'll move on to the right side and see we can get 3 into 6, that is 3 by 6. So 3 columns and 6 rows, and click at the box where it is reaching 3 by 6. So just click it there. So once you click, you can see you can get a table in your document with three columns. You can see column 1, column 2 and column 3, three columns and 6 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we'll write roll number. Suppose we want to write roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 roll numbers are entered, and then we can make this size, make this date of birth column little more that side. Now if you want to make the whole all the columns together to be a little more smaller, this big table is not required, then we can drag it from the border. When the arrow changes, the mouse pointer changes to double-headed arrow pointing to left and right, you can click and drag it to reduce the size of columns and borders. Okay, now it is done. Now on top we are inserting one extra row for giving the heading to the table. So column heading, this is called column headings. So first column is roll number, second is name of student, and third one is date of birth, DOB, date of birth. So now your table is ready. Okay, so this is the first method of inserting a table. Okay, now next one is, let's see what is there. Next one also is operation on tables, creating table. So table operations. So this time creating a table using the insert table dialog box. So this is the second method of inserting a table in MS Word document. Now let's see how to insert a table using insert table dialog box. Okay, we'll go to Word and see. Now to insert table using insert table dialog box, click at insert tab, and then go to tables icon there. Underneath you can see arrow, just click it there as you have done earlier, and you can see this is a grid. The first one is coming as grid. Now skip that and go down. Just below the grid you can see insert table option. So just click there and you can see a dialog box appears. So this is the dialog box through which you can insert the number of columns and number of rows required. Suppose you want to make a table of, say, directly you want a bigger table to make. Suppose you want table to have uh, 5 columns and 20 rows. I can just put here 20, and option is already selected. Fixed column width. The column width will be automatically adjusted to a fixed size. All will be equally divided. So just click OK. Once you click OK, you got a new table here with the columns that you inserted. How many columns you inserted? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And number of rows? 20. So just give whatever you given accordingly, a table is inserted. So these are the two ways by which we can insert table. One more option is there which we use very rarely, that is not explained, not the part of your class level. It is to be taught in the higher standards. Now we can also use the option for using this drawing table. Draw table also option also we can use for drawing a table. Okay. Now this one is like just like manually drawing the table. The rows and columns and borders and all will be drawn. Lines will be has to be drawn one by one. Okay. So we'll not use this. We'll go for these two methods. First one is by grids. Now let's see how many maximum size of the table that we can insert in a grid. What can be the maximum size? So here is 10 by 8. That is 8 rows and 10 columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 columns and 8 rows. That is maximum we can insert using grids. Now using insert table, we can insert any size of table according to our requirement. Whatever be the number of columns or whatever be the number of rows you want, we can insert directly using insert table dialog box. But the problem is that you have to see the table that you are inserting should and must fit in the page. Okay, it must fit in the page. So now let's go to the next topic. Now what is the next topic? Okay, next is entering data in a table. So how to enter data in a table? Like we'll use the first table that we inserted and see how to enter. Now to enter data, as you know that this is the cell where you are going to enter. These rectangular boxes are cell. Just click in the cell with the mouse, take the mouse pointer cursor and click there, and then as you can see the cursor blinking line begins, activates there, that is called cursor. You can type. Suppose you want to type the name of student here. So what name you want? Say Raj Bosnak. Then go to next column, click there, put the date. Suppose date is 12/06/2004. Done. Now there's another way also of doing, like as we have finished, suppose I have finished writing 2, roll number 2, I can press tab key, go to next. Okay, I can also use tab key to go to the next cell to continue writing. So tab and then write next name, what name you want to write. Suppose James. James William. Then date of birth 1, 2, suppose 2001. Now this is how you can enter. Now if you press enter key, what will happen? Pressing enter key will not bring the cursor to the next cell, but pressing enter key will extend the line. So it is considering that you are going to continue in the same cell, something more you want to write in the next line. Not in the next row, but in the same cell, one more line you want to write just below that, which is the part of the same cell. Okay, so be careful. So no need to press enter. Use tab key. Now suppose you have reached last column and I finished writing. If I again press tab key, the cursor will come to the next row by itself. The cursor will come to next row by itself. And I can go on typing and press enter. Sorry, press tab key. The cursor will move. Now if a name, extra name is to be entered, extra detail is to be entered, I don't have to worry about it. After writing in the fifth row, I can press tab key. A new row will be inserted automatically. As I finish sixth, if I fill up sixth also, I want one more to come, I can press tab key. So it will create one more row. So this will continue as long as I am going to press tab key, keeping the cursor inside the table. Okay, now if I want to stop it, I need to go and click outside. If I say that I have finished typing inside the table, I must go and click outside the table. The cursor must be kept placed outside so that it is understood writing in the table is over. Okay, now we will see next. Next is table operations. Next one, changing row height and column width. So how to change the row height and column width. Now see, there's a easiest way. Suppose I want this row to be bigger, so I will take the mouse pointer in between the roll number 1 and roll number 2. Okay, I can take an empty place here. So this entire row I want to extend. As you place the mouse pointer on the line, on the grid line, you can see the arrow mouse pointer changes to double-headed arrow. It is indicating arrow on upward and downward. That means now you can click there and you can drag it down to increase the height of the row. See, click, drag, click, drag, point there, click and drag. So you can see very easy. Point at the grid line. As the mouse pointer changes to double-headed arrow pointing upward and downward, you can click with the left mouse button and drag it down or drag up to make smaller space in the row, the height of the row, and drag it down to make more, increase the height of the row. Okay, so decrease the height of row, click and drag up, increase the height of row, click and drag it down. So the height of the row will change. See here, record number 1, roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3, roll number 4. Up to this 4 rows, I have increased the height. Now suppose you want to make it again back normal. I want to make it very congested, so I can do that. But it will not go beyond the limit, the size of the font that you have set in the first column or anywhere in the row. Okay, so it will stick to that, the limit. It will not go beyond smaller than the size of the font that you have written somewhere in that same row. Now let's see how to change the column width. The width means wideness of column. So to change the column wideness, I can just place the mouse pointer on the vertical line of the column divisions. So grid of column division, wherever, this side or this side, wherever I want to increase. Suppose I want to increase the DOB column, make it more wider. Take the mouse pointer on the line, the vertical line of column. You can see the mouse pointer is changing to arrowhead pointing two sides, left and right. This time it is not up and down, it is left and right. So as it shows that left and right indication, it means telling you to click and drag either to the left side or right side. If you click and drag it to the left, the column DOB will increase, and if I click it to the right side, the column DOB will become smaller. Okay, see, it becomes smaller. So you can click and drag from the border. Now you can do that also from the dialog box. So here you can see table properties option is there, column. You can see as you click here column, then you can see the width, how wide is the column, 0.45. So you need to place the cursor which column you want to increase. So that is 0.45. Now let's check this name column how big it is. So right click and go to the table properties and see there it is 3.13. 3.13 inches. Measurement is in inches. Now same manner if you want to check the height of the row, click the row tab and see the height of the row is given as 0.42 inches. Okay. If I go to the next one, last one, you can see that where I have not increased the height and click there and right click and check table properties, I can see the row height is 0. That means I have not additionally added the row height. If I want to specify increase, I can click here and then I can increase also what size I want. Suppose I want to make it 1 inches, just increase and click OK. So see the height of the row has increased. Okay. Same manner, if I want to increase the column width, this column suppose keep the cursor right click there itself, table properties, and then suppose I want the column width to be bigger, just click on column tab. It is 1.14 inches. I want to make it bigger. Okay, so this 3 inches, 3.3. See, the column has increased. The column width has increased. So it will be done easily by using the clicking in the right row or column and using the right mouse button and from there selecting from the shortcut menu selecting table properties, and from table properties dialog box go to row or column. If you want to deal with the row height, you can click there and then change it. If you want the column width to be increased, click on the column and change it. If you want to just deal with one cell only, then you can go to cell and you can change the only the size of one cell. But doing this will imbalance your table. Okay, it will imbalance your table. And once it is done, you can click at OK button to apply the effect. Okay. Now let's see next. So this we have discussed about changing row height and column width. Okay. Now next one is editing tables, adding a new row, adding a new column. Okay. So adding new row we have already discussed. As you continue pressing tab key after filling up the row, as you reach the last row and press tab key, the row will be inserted automatically. Okay. But yes, suppose between row number 3 and 2, I want to insert a new row there, then what can be done? Suppose a table is created and you missed out a name which is supposed to be between James and Raj Bhasna. So what I'll do? I'll keep the cursor in the second line above which I want a new row to be inserted. Right click the mouse button keeping the mouse pointer there itself. Go to insert menu from shortcut toolbar and then click what I want. Insert row above, insert row below. So since I have kept the cursor at the bottom, I want above that. So just click there, insert row above. Okay. Once again, suppose I want to insert between Raj and James, these two names, then I can click either on Raj or in James. If I click on Raj, then I have to select right click insert, and below, because below that Raj I want to insert new blank row. So just click there, row below, insert row, rows below. That means a new row to be added. So got inserted. Okay. So this is how you can insert a row below or above the selected row in which you are working. Now suppose I want to insert a column. Now before DOB, suppose I want to add one phone number column, or after DOB I want to insert a column which will have the phone number of the students. So what I can do is keep the cursor in the last column, click once, right click, insert, and look at there, insert column to the left, column to the right. To the left means on the left hand side, my left hand side. To right means on my right hand side. So I'll just where I want the phone number column to come after DOB. That means at last. So it is on the right hand side. So just click insert column to the right. Got it? So a new column is inserted. So I can write here phone number, phone number. Okay. So this column is made for phone number. Now suppose before date of birth also you want to add, on the left of date of birth you want to add, to put the house, green house, blue house, yellow house, which house the student belongs to. Right click, insert, and column to the left. This time is to the left, means to the left of this cell. So you got a new column inserted here. So you can write here house. Now you notice that as I inserted the column, the size of table has increased and it has shifted to the right hand side, which I need to bring it back to normal. So what I can do is I have to click there, bring in the center or bring in the right, and then from the corner I can change the size of table, or I can change the column. Okay, now this is how it is done. If I cannot do that way, then I can just from corner, instead of corner I can take from the border also, click and drag and change the size. Now you can see the table has changed, the size of table has changed. Okay, now this is how you can insert row and column. We can also do it from tables, what you call dialog box. Okay, so click inside there, insert, okay, this is better to use shortcut. Okay, so better to use shortcut. We have option in the ribbon also. So in the layout I can go to layout, and from here also you can change the height and the width. So remember, height of a row can be increased and the width of the column can be increased or decreased. Height of the row can be increased or decreased. Width of the column can be increased or decreased. Now if you interchange the word, then it is going to be wrong. You cannot change the height of a column, okay, and you cannot change the width of a row. Okay, width of a row means wideness. Row is not having wideness. Row has got its height to fit the text that you are writing, the size of letters that you are writing, and the width is required to fit the name fully, including all the alphabets. Okay, so now it is auto fit is there. Then we are coming to the next, slowly on to the next topics. Now what is to be done next? So adding new row and column is over. Now we go on to next. Deleting row or column. This is very important. How to delete? Suppose I don't want this 2, roll number 2. I want to delete. So what I can do is I can keep the cursor here and go to layout tab and from there I can click. This is to click delete table. No, this is to delete table. Click the arrow down arrow, and you can see here delete cell, delete column, delete row. Now since I want to delete the entire one line, I'll choose that is called row. So I'll select delete row. So the cursor, where I have kept the cursor, that entire row is deleted from the table. Now same manner, if I want to delete a column, suppose I don't want this house column, I just keep the cursor there inside and go to the layout tab and go to delete. Down arrow I can click. Don't click on delete, delete the entire table. Down arrow I can click and then click add column. So the house column is gone. See here, house column is gone. Record number, roll number 2 is gone, entire row. Now here you can see. So this is how you can delete the row or column which is not required. But make sure when you are deleting, it must be checked that there are nothing important left in the row or column. Now next one is splitting cells and merging cells. Now what is splitting means? Splitting means to break a cell of a table into two. Okay. Now suppose I want to break this phone number column. I want to break into two. Office phone and home phone, suppose. So what I can do is on top let it be home, this phone, and inside here I am going to split. So I'll just keep the cursor and go to layout tab. Then split cells is given here. Split cell. Look here, split cell. Not split table, split cell. Split table means to break a table and make two tables. Okay. Split cell means to split the cell and make in one cell make two. Now what I want to split? I want to split into rows, I want to split into columns, or I want to split into both. So split cells. Now I click there and you're asking how you want to split this. Now I want two columns to be there in one row. So I'll just keep there two columns. Two is already typed. So two columns, one for home and one for office, and keep row one row. That means in the same one row, I want two columns. So click there. So now you got two columns. See here. One side I can write home phone number, other side I can write official phone number. Okay. Same manner I can do for the next split cell 2. Okay. Now instead of using the layout tab, I can also do it from right arrow key, right click. So click on the cell which you want to split in a table, right click the mouse button, keeping the cursor there itself, pointed there itself. Shortcut menu appears and go there, split cells. Click there, dialog box appears. Now if I want to make three columns inside this one column itself, actually in table it is one column, but I am going to break it up into three columns. I can instead of two, I can write three. So as I put three here and click OK, it will divide into three columns. Simple, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we'll see how to divide, split into rows. So here, in the next, suppose I want to split into rows here or anywhere required, keep the cursor. Okay. Split cells. Now I want inside this, I want a mini table sort of thing to be created. Suppose I want to divide it into say three columns, and suppose I want three rows. See, three columns and three rows, easy. So you don't have difficulty of drawing and inserting there, just split it, that's all. A proper format is created. Now you can make the size bigger, smaller. The rule of making smaller, bigger is same. Okay, so you can split cell or you can. Now we'll see how to merge cell. Now maybe probably the next topic is merge. Yeah, merging cell. How to merge? Split means we have broken down a cell into two or three, two columns or three columns, or two rows and three columns, or three rows and two columns, and here three rows and three columns. So this is one example. Now we want to merge it. Merge means what? Suppose I want to merge these two columns and make as these three columns and make as one here. So what I can do is I can select all the three. Now remember, it just keeping mouse pointer will not work. You have to select. If you want to indicate, you have to merge, select the cells and then go to the layout tab and click merge cells. Just have to click merge cell. That's all. Now the partition or the breaking down of the cell is gone. Now it has become one cell altogether. Let's see here itself one more time. Select merge cells. Click outside. See, partitions are gone. Only this one middle one is left with three columns division. And this entire row of roll number 4 is left with 3 rows, but only the middle row is having 3 columns. Now if you want to merge whole thing and go back to normal, select whole thing and go to merge cells. Gone. Everything is gone. It has all become as part of one cell. This also merge cell, gone. This also merge cell, this also merge cell, done. It is normal now. Okay. Now let's see what is next. Changing row height and column width. Okay, this we did already. That time only I showed you how to do it. Then borders and shading. How to apply borders and shading. Now see, this table has got thin lines around. You want to change that line. You can just click inside the table and go to the design, and then you can see borders. Go to design tab and click at borders. Now out here you can see which border you want in table. This is bottom border, top border. So all the sides individually the lines are given. All border means all the grids inside the table also appearing. You want only outside border, you want only inside border. Now what type of border you want. Now beside this, if you want to change any of the property of border, you go to the last option from here, borders and shading. Click there. You can see this dialog box on the screen. The first tab is border, which is already selected. If I want to change the style of line, I can click from here. This is the style of line that I want to apply as border. And you can see the preview here, how it is going to look like. If you like it, keep it. Otherwise, don't keep. Then change. Okay. Until you have clicked OK, you have chance to change. Suppose I want this wavy or curly line, single line, and I want the color also of border to change. Automatic is there black. I want to make it as blue color. Okay, and then I want to increase the thickness of line is by default 3/4 and 1 point something is there, 1.5 points. So just click OK. See, the table border has changed. It has become more stylish. Now if I want only this particular column to be filled up with some design, I can go to borders and border shading option. I can go there to the last tab, shading, and shading means I want to put shadow color behind. Just click on the fill color, more colors, and from here I can choose any color I want to put in the background. Suppose I want to put this very light green color, or just I want to put this light purplish type. Click OK. I can have a preview here. Click OK. So only the column which I selected has got this shadow background. Even you can do it individually, one cell. Suppose I want to put in this cell only, I can go to, even I can go to settings directly here and change the color, which color I want. Click OK. No. Now, but make sure when you write something over this, once you write over this, it should be visible. If it is not visible, then you can change the text color also. Select the text, go to Home tab, and from there you can change the color, which makes it more visible. No, like if I'm making white, it is okay. Now it is visible. So this way you can change the color, format the text inside table. Also you can change the alignment. Probably the another border setting is over. Now we go to applying table styles. Now changing alignment is also important. Now let's see, before applying the styles we will see how to change alignment. Suppose if I want to put this text inside the cell touching the right margin, so I can just go and click at right align. Select, click on the cell, and just enough to click at the icon of alignment, and accordingly the content will get aligned. If you want to align the entire table, you can see the arrow pointer is coming down arrow. It is showing one small down pointing black arrow. It means as you click there, the whole entire column will be selected. That means once selected, you can apply whatever effect to apply, that will be applied to the entire column. If I click here, entire this all the columns are selected. Suppose I want to apply this. Okay. If I want to select this and I want to put any other font color or design anything, I can do that, and then click OK, and then I can change the font from here. Okay, but it will apply to only the cell which you have selected and you are working on. It will not apply to any other cell where it is not applied. Okay, so select and then do the work. Select, change the font size, color, click in the cell, fill the set, fill the background. No, click inside table and go and change the grids, border and setting. No, from layout tab. Okay. Now we will see how to change the table style. Now just to change the table style, click on the inside table anywhere, go to layout, or sorry, design, go to design, and from there you can select, these all are ready-made designs of the table. Just click any one whichever you like. So these are all are ready-made designs of the table. Which design you want, you can scroll down, you can see so many. Okay, so this will help you to create table and format table very fast with all the grids and colors, everything is there. Just you need to fill it up. Insert table. Suppose this table I have inserted, I want to apply design, I want this particular design to come, click there, and then I can go on typing. Click in the cell and I can go on typing. So as I go on typing, the text color will come according to the design property that I have chosen. See, colors are changing by itself. Up there is white, and down as I am writing in the table, actual content area, there you can see it is appearing as in black color. Okay, so this is how you can apply table styles. Okay, now changing text alignments. Okay, just now we finished that one. Once more we'll see. If you want to align the text in the cell, now how many alignments are possible in the cell? There are all 4 alignments applicable in the cell. Select the text or keep the cursor in the cell and click the alignment button. Simple. Click the alignment button. Click on the cell, click on the text in a cell and click on alignment button. If you want to apply the alignment to entire column, click, take the mouse pointer just above, little above the column. You can see the mouse pointer, the arrow insertion point changes to small arrow sign. Right now you can see that means saying that now you click it, the whole column is selected, and then you can apply whatever format you want, font size, color, effect, bold, italics, underline, whatever you can apply. Now if you don't want anything, just click outside. Now this is talking about row. If you want to select, sorry, this is talking about column. If you want to select one row and you want to change, what you can do, simple, take the mouse pointer just in front of the row, straight, little away from the margin, not very close. You can bring close also, but not inside. If you click, if you bring it inside, it is only one is selected. So just take little away, and then when it is simply arrow, it is showing plain arrow, white color with the outline frame. Point at just in front of the row and click one time. The entire row is selected. Now you can go for formatting and alignment. What alignment I want? Suppose I want center. So all the contents inside this particular row has turned into center align. This one, suppose I just change it, I make it right align. So this entire row content has turned into right align. See there, this is coming in center, this is sticking to the right side. Not only one, but all three. 1, 2, 3. You can see roll number, name, and date of birth. All are stick to right hand side of that grid line. Okay. So with this, changing alignment and text is over. Okay, now last, I think this is probably last, I think. Now once your work of table is over, now how to delete a table? Suppose I finished the work of table. I don't want this table anymore. I can click on the cross here, cross arrow, or I can keep the cursor inside the table and go to layout, and then I can go to delete, and there I can go to last option, delete table. Once more, keep cursor inside table anywhere you want. If you are deleting table, go to layout tab, click at delete option, and then you can see sub option appears, delete icon, and then you can see sub option appearing. Last option is delete table. Just click there and your table is deleted. This also layout, delete, delete icon. Under delete icon, the sub options are there, and click at the last one, delete table. It is showing also delete entire table. Just look at it. Delete entire table is appearing just below the mouse pointer. Now it is saying that if you click there, it is going to delete entire table. So just click there, gone. Okay. Now with this, table work is over, and it is the end of the lesson. Write the steps as I have explained, and then get ready for your work to continue. You can watch the video again and again. If you have any comments, you can write the comments, subscribe, share, and like the video if it is useful to you. Okay, bye bye.